Hey guys, what is going on? This is Zip of RageQuitTV. Gonna be casting a game between TSL.Polt and GL.Snute. It is a ZVT on Tal'Darim altar, and Polt is the Terran player that just doesn't get any credit. He is a very good Korean Terran, and I believe he is in Code S. And Snute, he is on Team Gamers Legion, and he plays in a lot of those European weekly tournaments, and he does very well in them. He is already EU on Europe, and this is the latest patch. He is known as the comeback king, as he never gives up and somehow always finds a way to win the games. We will be seeing Polt open up with a 10 supply depot as that SCV does go out to build it, and Snute is scouting to the left with his Overlord, which means he will get a scout on Polt very, very late. His next Overlord will go to the north, and it's up to him to send out a drone scout. They generally do come out between 13 and 14 on this map, and he generally will take a hatch at 15. The big question is, does he go gas after the hatch, or does he go straight into a pool? We'll see momentarily, as he is still just getting drones. Polt is going to bring his SCV back to mine minerals, and maybe going for a command center directly after this supply depot. It looks like he is going to go for a CC before barracks, and that is definitely a little bit risky. And we'll see exactly what Snute ends up doing. I don't know what this game is from. Going into the spectators, I do see McDuff, so I'm going to be guessing this is the Antic Attack Tournament. I don't know what number this is. This is most likely a BO3, but I just saw a replay uploaded somewhere, and I downloaded it, and it didn't have any information about the game at all. So we don't know if this is the first game, the second game, or even the third game. CC is going down right at that natural. So risky right now from Polt. Not even bothering to wall that off. Generally, when players go for a CC first, they place it right here and try to get a wall going. But Polt is just going to be building that right in his natural. We do have the drone scout going out for Snute. It looks like that left at about 15, and that is a little bit late. If he sent it a little bit earlier, he would have seen this CC first. And of course, if the Overlord went to the north position, he would have seen that and been able to react appropriately and definitely get the cancel off on this CC, as he has started his barracks. Still no wall off. He is also getting a gas right now, so this is a very odd build from Polt. Generally, when you see people go for a fast command center, they go for a late gas. Polt going for a relatively early gas. A gas does come before the second depot. Polt now completely walled off. The drone is going to be going in to scout the Overlord. Gonna be moving on over. It didn't go straight to the north position because he wanted to keep it right here to ensure he did not get bunkered upon. And now the drone will be going to scout. Polt does see the CC, and now, well, he knows exactly what is going on. He is getting 6 lings. He didn't go for gas before the pool. He doesn't even have a gas yet, so that means he can't really put any pressure on Polt right now. He can switch up into a Roach one, but he doesn't really have any hopes of getting speed and doing any damage. We do have Polt microing his one SCV around. The drone is chasing it. The Marine does come out, and now this drone is going to meet a swift death as the Marine does come. Wait, he may be able to get that out. It looks like he is going to be getting away with that one drone. Going to be returning back home. Does have 6 lings on the way. And we'll see what Polt does to defend against this. We'll have 2 Marines, possibly 3 Marines, and that 1 or 2 SCVs to help out. We'll see if these lings can do any damage. I don't think they're going to do that much. He does get the supply depot up already. SCV going to go just around, and it looks like he is going to try to go up near that wall. One SCV will definitely go down. Looks like both of them do, but Snute has built quite a few lings. One Marine getting the short end of the stick, does go outside the wall. He is going to try to fend off those 8 lings by himself. Is that 8? Yes, it is. We do have the reactor being built by Polt with a factory on the way. And, of course, Snute does see that. He doesn't know about the factory, so Polt is going to be transitioning into Hellions, it looks like, as the factory does lift up. 2 more barracks being built back here. It looks like Polt is going to be transitioning into a very standard mid-game. He is going to take control of this one watchtower. That SCV does have 5 health left. Lings are going to be chasing it. He is going to keep on running. And looks like he will be managing to get away. Those Lings don't go on the watchtower, so they don't see that SCV going away. We'll see if he just sits on this one watchtower, even tries to take this one, just so we can see if Snute does come for him. And looks like, yes, he is going to be going for that. Will he return back home or just sit on that one watchtower? We do see a spine crawler being built by Snute. He is also getting a Roach one right up at this ramp. He is going to be defended very well against. Hellions going to have a wall here and at least 2 queens. His queen's just sitting right here. He still has 2 more being produced, so he is going to go up to 4 queens right now. Is getting his extra gas. Doesn't have any gas going off on his natural. does not have speed started just yet, as he is just started mining gas. There goes his first 100 gas. Is he going to be getting speed, as he does see 2 Hellions on the way? But with these 2 queens, he is going to be able to easily defend against these Hellions. Some Lings without speed, because speed now just being started attacking those rocks. If the Hellions do see him, those Lings will go down. But it doesn't look like those Hellions going to be poking over there. Polt does see that Roach one, and he is getting Marauders right now, so this could be a very bad situation for Snute. Building Roaches against Hellion Marauder. Polt looking like he is going to be doing a huge attack just at like 9:30. He will move out with those Marauders and go in with a lot of Hellions and Marauders. The question is, will he see these Lings? And yes, he does. All those Lings should go down. It looks like 2 Hellions. Actually, no. The Lings do manage to get away. Now he's going to try to kite these queens, miking that 1 injured Hellion back, and 1 queen going to take bad damage, but it's not going to go down, as we do have Roaches now out for Snute. That speed looks like it will be just finishing around 9 minutes, and that is the time that Polt wants to move out. Does have a complete wall with supply depots, and he also is getting stim. That stim has another 70 seconds, and that is part of the reason why I said he will be moving out at 9:30. That should get him to Snute's base right at like 10:15, and that's the time the Spire is finishing, and he wants to ensure that Snute does not build any mutas. He is starting that lair right now. That is very late, but he did go up to get a few Roaches out. Going into this, he has only 3 Roaches, 48 drones. I don't know why his lair is so late, but he is going to be well defended against whatever Polt does. It's probably good they went for the late lair, as Polt is doing somewhat of an all-in. Those Lings, I don't know what they were looking for. Maybe looking for an aggressive third base, as he did see Polt take that CC first. So they're going to be like, oh, you're playing a complete expansion style, while Polt does move out. Does get to Snute's base right at 10 minutes. These Lings want to do a run-by, and instead they start attacking those Marauders, and that does allow Polt time to get his depots up. This 1 Spine Caller doing some damage, only gets 2 kills. We do have a lot of Baneleys coming out from Snute, and those Baneleys get a hit on those Hellions, and that is very good. Now those Lings can do some damage. All the Queens going to be going down. It doesn't look too good for Snute right now. Polt just putting more Marauders and more Hellions. And Snute just gathering up units. Now the drone's going to be pulled. Polt doesn't really have that many Hellions, so these drones going to be doing a lot of damage as the Roaches do come. It looks like he will be fending this off, but Polt has been building more Marauders and more Hellions behind this. But the thing is, Snute can transition into mutas, as that lair should be finished now, and that will be a devastating transition, as nothing shoots up by Polt, pulling those drones again to help aid that. And actually, he canceled that lair to get more units out to defend that. So maybe without that lair, with that lair, he would not have been able to hold that off, as that was a very close defense. Few Roaches and Lings going to be moving, sees the more units coming, and that Roach is going to be completely dead. 1 stim off goes from the Marauder to slow down that Roach to take it out, and it's not going to be getting back in time. Do have more Baneleys morphing. Those were very successful the last time, but Polt was a little bit distracted up at the top base. So we'll see if those Baneleys can hit on the Hellions again. That is definitely what kept Snute in this. He is only behind by about 14 supply. Going the workers killed. Polt did kill 13. It's 51 SCVs to 55 drones, so Snute still has that advantage. But Polt does have the double mules. He is going up on more gas, so I'm kind of curious what he's going to be building. Maybe just going to go switching into that Medevac, Marine, and Tank. Very standard. It looks like that is what he's doing with his add-ons. Drone transfer going down to that third base. Polt is going to be coming in. Has he thrown down a scan? No, he hasn't. This is so risky by Polt, staying on this Marauder Hellion. Past the 13-minute mark, he has now just switched into Marine production, as he has 1 Marine out on the field. Throws a scan, is going to see the Baneleys coming, and there we go, the stim from the Marauders. They're going to sit ahead. The Hellions are going to be way behind to avoid these Baneleys. The Baneleys, they'll go in the middle of the Marauders, get some big hits, and now this Queen's going to be transfusing. Those Marauders are very weak, but he still has plenty of Hellions. The drones put off the line. He doesn't want to engage those Hellions with those drones, just because there are still so many of them. There we go, the drone's going to be falling, but he does get them pulled back. Those Queens absorbing a lot of damage, doing more and more transfuses. Looks like this third hatch will be taken down. Lings are coming in, and they will clean up the Marauders, but he still has these 5 Hellions, now 4 Hellions, and it looks like He manages to clean that up without losing his third base, and that is absolutely crucial right now. It's up to the 14-minute mark. Snute is actually ahead of Polt in supply. 2 Hellions coming, and those Hellions will get picked off. Snute with some miraculous defense right now going into this loss tab. We do have Snute losing a little bit more than Polt by only 600, but he does have his lair up now, getting +2 melee attack, and that does signify he is going to be going into Infestor play. He is at 1-1 while Polt doesn't have any upgrades. He is just about finished with 1-1. Not paying attention right now. Those Marines just get slaughtered, and this tank is going down. Now it is going to be Snute's turn to kill SCVs. If he was targeting those down, it doesn't look like he really killed any SCVs there. These rocks going to be going down. Polt is going to go on his third base, which means Snute will most likely take his third base relatively soon. Doesn't really have that much gas. Is getting gas at his third base. His natural doesn't have any at all. And that may just be because he is scared of these tanks sieging up down here. This base is a little bit easier to defend than his natural. However, this is so low on life, only 300 HP. A drop could just come in and snipe that so easily. It doesn't take Mirage long enough to take out 300 HP. Baneling's morphing in for Snute. Does he have that Baneling speed upgrade? Yes, he does. Will Polt be able to react to this in time? Let's go into his vision, as we know that is definitely going to be coming, and that is a lot of mules that will be going down. He is going to get a complete wall up, and he will be defended against those Banelings. You do see Lynx coming in here, and that is to distract Polt, but there we go. The wall is already up. Takes out 2 supply depots. Those tanks on the high ground going to be defending against Lynx, and very nice defense by Polt. And that was cute by Snute, making those Lynx move over here so Polt sees the red on his map to look there while he runs the Banelings in. But Polt just had the wall up just in the nick of time. Also had the 2 tanks back here. So he was perfectly defended against that. Going back into this loss tab, it's still 500 more for Snute, but again, Snute does have the better econ at 83 drones to the 73 SCVs. It is 17 minutes into this game. Polt, though, pushing up to 163 supply, while Snute only at 133. But Snute going up for that hive, does have his infestation bit out, not getting pathogen glands. There he goes, going to be getting that, favoring the hive. His upgrades are ahead. He should have 2-2. His 2 just about done, 20 more seconds. Polt is at 1-1. He has started his 2-2, and he's not that far behind in upgrades, putting 11 Marines at a time with 2 tanks, and he is going to be moving out. Does throw a scan, just looking for any Baneling landmines, and we do have a big drone transfer down to this 4th base. And now Polt with another scan. He's going to hold this watchtower. Now he knows, okay, there's no Banelings in this area. Has a watchtower, so he can double check that, and well, just going to be sieging up there, throwing down a scan, taking out some creep tumors. Snute going to be building a lot of Lings, and here you go, Banelings and Lings coming in. Banelings get a few hits off on those Marines. He still has plenty of Lings and Roaches right here. Looks like he will be going in for the counterattack, or maybe a complete flank, and those Marines getting picked off. It is 152 supply to 185, and here we go, the Lings want to run in. Plenty of Marines and tanks right here. The Lings decide, okay, that's not such a good idea, but we do have Snute positioning in for the complete surround, and here we go. Snute is going to be coming in for those tanks and targets those tanks down, while Marines do get taken out by those Banelings, but Polt has a lot of Marines just off in this back, and that is not enough from Snute. These forces in the back didn't come. That would definitely have helped. I don't think it would have been enough because Polt still has plenty of Marines. Polt going to be moving in. We do have a Spire being built. Keep in mind the hive is done. He is going to go into Broodlords, and he should have Infestors coming out soon. Does he have any out on the field? No, he doesn't. Refusing to build Infestors right now. Spinecoil is going to be moving back. Those Marines going to easily take out this one base, but Snute is coming in with a lot of Lings and Banelings, and that will clean up the Marines, while Snute going to try for another counterattack, but Polt still has units off in the back. The wall is left down, but that may be just enough. Those Roaches on a attack move and just be attacking that factory. That is not good for him. Banelings do hit on those Marines, but Polt still has plenty more going to be coming. And now Polt going to get a split off on those Marines. But he just always has more. +3 on the way, that Greatest Spire on the way. All Snute trying to do right now is to delay Polt. That's why you see him just getting those Banelings, sacrificing his army. He doesn't want Polt to kill him. Basically, all he wants to do is not die because he is getting that Greater Spire. Kind of curious why he's not building up that Infestor count that is great at delaying it. Oh my god, mother of Banelings. has 9 banelings out while morphing in 20, and that's why he's not getting infestors. He is just building a kamikaze army. Does take another base here. That it looks like where the drones are transferred to. And he doesn't control this watchtower, so Polt has no idea. And he's going to just delay Polt with banelings until he can get that Broodlord count out. Being so active with a handful of lings. Going to be taking out all of these SCVs with these lings. Very nicely done by Snute. Finally getting 2 infestors. And a lot of Marines, SCVs do go down. Creep being spewed. We do have a handful of Marines and Marauders moving out. And Infestor is going to come. It looks like he is going to be shooting those infested hands on top of those tanks. Doesn't get enough of them though, but he does. Wow, Polt asleep at the wheel actually. And Snute definitely back in this game. That was absolutely huge. Absolutely 0 micro from Polt. I think he was dealing with those lings over here. He does get a ling bird still, so he is being as annoying as possible, stopping Polt from taking that 4th base. Infestor going to come, throw up a Infestation. Does get a tank for an Infestation. Definitely a win there. The Broodlord is being morphed. Another, oh, does get the scan down. Very nice from Polt. That was Infestor with about 150 energy. Still has lings doing run-bys over at this 4th base. Polt going to be moving in. And he's got a lot of Marines clumped up. There are Infestors out now. And the Infestor, now asleep at the wheel, does get a phone girth off. Sees Corruptors now, so he knows the Broodlords are going to be coming. So another Infestor. Poor micro from Snute right now. Losing those Infestors. Does have 3 more on the way, but since Polt did see a Corruptor, he knows that there are going to be Broodlords coming out. Tank does go down to that Infestation, and Snute just throws the GG as Polt does go into the 4th base. And not going to play that one out. It was 109 supply to 176, and Polt was finally getting a PF right here, so the run-bys were done for. Hope you guys enjoyed that game as much as I did, and that is not it, actually. I'm going to be going into SC2 Gears momentarily. Hold on. There we go. We are in SC2 Gears right now. You can see the macro APM for Polt, 49, while Snute had 67. Micro for Snute, 152, with Polt at 94. Redundancy for Polt at 19%. Snute at 35%. EAPM 141 versus the 114. Going into, let's see, let's go to the Lava Injects. How is Snute? Pretty bad, but he was under a hell from the start of that game. I mean, once that 10-minute mark rolled out and there was the constant Hellion Marauder, I'm not surprised that his average inject gap at 10 minutes was 20 seconds. Actually, that's 9 minutes. 10 minutes is 19 seconds still. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Again, under a lot of stress. Had to use his queens for defense. End of the game at 41. That is definitely not good injects, but I think we can all understand why. Buildings tech slash thing, we'll look at the units. 8 medevacs, 26 tanks, 35 marauders, 24 hellions, 164 marines, 93 SCVs, 7 corruptors, 8 infestors, 23 roaches, 307 lings that looks like, 16 queens, 202 drones. Going over into the ability groups. We have 27 stims, 14 scans, 20 mules. Not too much, nothing fancy there. 3 Fungal Ghosts, 13 more to Broodlords, so he canceled that a lot because he definitely did not have 13 Broodlords that game. 14 Infested Tannins, those were very effective. 2 more to Greater Spires, 42 Transfuses, 102 Banelings, 49 Spawn Larvas. The Transfuse is definitely what allowed him to hold against that Hellion Marauder. I think keeping those queens alive so long. Unit tiers, that is definitely going to be an interesting graph. Just look at this mark. This whole entire mark is just Hellions and Marauders. He started building that, let's see. Okay, this is when he started at 714, and he stopped at 1218. That is a lot of Marauders, and in that time, that's the only time he built Marauders. No, he built a few over here. Okay, never mind. Built a few later on. But that is 3, 1. So 7 Marauders later in the game. Going into the units. Building, tech strat. 28. So he built 21 Marauders when he was doing that early game pressure. No. He built 28 Marauders during that early game pressure. That is definitely quite a bit. Let's go into resources spent. We do see Snute spending more minerals and not more gas, actually. Polt spending more gas just barely by about 1k more gas. Actually, yeah, about 1k. And minerals, we had Snute mining more by about 9k. Going back into the game, let's look at the lost. Snute definitely not being so cost effective right there, losing 7k more than Polt. But you also got to keep in mind the fact that he built so many who were Banelings. Like, he was holding off early aggression with just pure Baneling and allowed him to get to his Broodlord tech. And maybe this is why he also threw the GG down. Those drones, I mean, look at his income. Yes, he does have this one ninja base. But all these drones right now, this is 32 drones. Those are dead. Actually, no, that's 24 drones. I don't know why I said 32. That's 24. But 24 drones now, they are completely dead. There's nothing. Actually, there's even more. There's some in the gas. But there's nothing they're going to be able to do. All the bases really are mined out, and Polt is right here. He cannot transfer those drones. And I guess he does have this mining base. But, again, doesn't have any drones there. All these drones are going to die, and all those definitely did as well. Great game overall. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care, guys.